Hi everyone, it's Henry Purchase here, founder of Rough Water Media, SEO and content marketing agency that guarantees page one rankings, and founder of SEO Space, the Squarespace SEO plugin, or as some people refer to it, the Yoast for Squarespace. And in this video, I'm going to take you through, is Squarespace good or bad for SEO? Now make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I take you through the secret of ranking Squarespace websites on page one of Google. And if you want any additional support with this, I'll leave a link in the description for you to access SEO Space, where we're going to have a complete list of resources for ranking your Squarespace website on page one of Google, including a Squarespace SEO plugin, a community, and a full list of all the YouTube videos I'm going to be publishing over the next year, which will help you get on page one. Now, first of all, let's look at the good. What makes Squarespace good for SEO? Now, number one, it is incredibly easy to use. If you're a beginner to intermediate, you're going to find Squarespace much easier to go from 0 to 1. If you've got an idea, you're going to be able to really quickly and easily create a website, get it on Google, and start getting organic traffic. And this is really key because I see so many people that get a website, someone builds it custom for them, someone builds it them on WordPress, Wix, etc. But after, they can't make any changes. So they have to pay someone hundreds, sometimes even thousands of pounds just to have small changes made. Squarespace is amazing because you're not in this position. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to apply the best practices. So as long as you're following those, you're going to save a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, number two, it covers a lot out the box. With Squarespace, you don't have to add loads of complicated plugins, extensions, etc. in order to get started. It covers a lot out the box, which when you compare to something like WordPress, as I covered in my last video where I compared WordPress to Squarespace for SEO. For WordPress, you're gonna have to add loads of extensions, website builders. It's really complicated, whereas Squarespace covers a lot out the box. So you can go from 0 to 1 and start getting organic traffic to your website. And number three, the third thing that I find really good with Squarespace SEO and Squarespace in general is the fantastic community and support that there is available. Not only does Squarespace have really good support, there's a Circle forum, you can get in contact with them. I think it's fairly good when you compare it to other website builders, how Squarespace provides their support, but also the communities out there are fantastic. You can go to the Circle forum, you can go to Facebook groups, you can go to the SEO Space, SEO community in order to get help. People that use Squarespace are some of the most helpful and friendly people that I've ever met. So if you are starting, if you are sort of at the beginning of your journey, as I found, I have within a year launched my SEO plugin. I've grown my agency by 3.5x, and I've found throughout the journey that there's some fantastic people in the community that will go out their way to help you, which when you compare it to WordPress, for example, I find the Facebook groups so spammy. People just want to have money off you, and it's really frustrating. Squarespace, I'm not going to say there isn't any of that, because there is always going to be an element of it, but people are so helpful, and this has helped me massively when I've been gaining feedback for my Squarespace SEO plugin, because when I ask people to jump on a call to provide me feedback, they've done so, and this has not only helped me, but also helped so many people that I've spoke to in terms of getting their Squarespace website on page one of Google, which maybe you wouldn't find with other website builder communities out there. Now let's get on to the bad. You've probably seen across YouTube, across different forums, a lot of the bad stuff that people say about Squarespace and SEO. And it's part of the reason why I'm even recording this video in the first place. Squarespace does have, by some people, a bad rep for SEO. And one of the main reasons for this is the page loading speed. If you take most Squarespace websites and put them in Google's page speed insight tool, it will give a low score. In fact, sometimes you'll get a score between 10 and 20 out of 100, which is really poor. There are some things that you can do and best practices that you can follow in order to increase this score. However, just because of the nature of how Squarespace is built, its core web vitals, the page loading speed is pretty bad. I wouldn't be too worried about this though, because page loading speed is just one of a couple hundred different ranking factors that Google will look at when it's determining whether your website will rank. So if you focus on the other areas that matter, I can guarantee you that you will be able to rank on Google. But obviously this is why people look at platforms like WordPress over Squarespace, because you have got more flexibility, you have got more customization, plugins that you can put in order to rank higher on Google. And that sort of takes us to the second thing that is, some people would say is bad about Squarespace, and that's the lack of customization and flexibility that you have. For example, there isn't really advanced in-depth app extension marketplace in Squarespace. There is some stuff on there, but it's more aimed at e-commerce. So if you're looking to really push the boundaries of what you can achieve with SEO, then Squarespace isn't the best platform for that. Things are changing. Obviously, we've launched the Squarespace SEO plugin in order to help you achieve page one rankings, but there is more that Squarespace and the ecosystem can do in order to get the top echelon, and we will be releasing more and more features in order to allow you to do that, so make sure you stay tuned there. But those are some things that are worth considering if you're sort of looking at Squarespace, if you're trying to figure out whether it's good or bad for your area. However, to conclude, Squarespace is going to be the best option for 95% of you watching this. It is very, very good out of the box. It's got a lot of the functionality that you need, and it will allow you to save money over time because you're going to be able to do a lot of the work yourself. You're going to be able to go from 0 to 1 without paying a developer to do a load of work for you, which you're then going to have to pay them to undo or change in the future. So Squarespace is fantastic for that. And obviously, if you do want to reach that top echelon, if you want to make sure you're following best practices, have a dynamic checklist, a community and resources in order to level up your SEO game on Squarespace and achieve page one rankings, I will leave a link in the description to our Squarespace SEO plugin that you can access. But just to finish off, let's go through the secret, the one thing that you can focus on in order to rank your Squarespace website above any page on the internet, and that is momentum. If you publish search engine optimized content, build high quality backlinks, and continually make sure that you're optimizing your website for SEO, I can guarantee you that you will get SEO results, you will get traffic. And that's because most pages on the internet, most websites aren't doing this. They're not being consistent. They're not putting in the work to get SEO results. So, if people are telling you, oh, don't pick Squarespace because it's not great for SEO, don't listen to them. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to follow best practices and keep that momentum up, you will outrank your competitors, you will get traffic, and you will get the revenue that you need for your website. And I've seen that firsthand. I've done that with numerous clients. I've ranked a number of Squarespace websites on page one, so it is possible. Focus on that momentum. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. In the next year, I'm going to be publishing many videos giving you Squarespace SEO tips. So make sure you do that, stick around, and obviously leave a comment below if you have any questions and you want to know more about ranking your Squarespace website on page one of Google. As I've just gone through in this video, Squarespace does have some areas where it's bad for SEO, but it's got plenty of areas where it's also very good for SEO. So keep working hard, stick at it, and you'll get the results that you need.